So I'm back, and this is the video that I wanted to make since I actually stopped recording videos. Um, just for context, I recorded like 100 videos in a little over 100 days, 160 exact. Um, I have a full-time job, have a full-time family. I did it because I wanted to see if I could do it, if it could actually be done. And since I stopped it, after I recorded the videos, I took a little break, and the break ended up being a little longer than I expected. I guess it just took longer for me to get back to recording than I originally thought. But I'm back now, and this particular video is what I've been thinking about since I stopped recording videos. I It's just really important to me to kind of think about and reflect, what I learned going through the process of making that a challenge. Not just based on my own experience, not to be instructive or this is what other people should do, but this is just more like what I learned. Let's talk about like why I did it. So the first thing why I did is because I needed to know that it could be done. So often, at least looking at YouTube, looking at other instructors or people who help people get on YouTube or overcome the fear of YouTube, they tell you to look at recording one video a week, maybe two videos a week, and I think that's great because it gives you like lots of time to develop, to record, to edit, and then post. My problem with it, or my challenge with it, and this is based on my own experience from other things I've done, is that when creating a habit, you need to have the habit be a little more frequent so that you get the muscle of doing the task involved long enough or fast enough or more consistent enough so that it becomes less difficult. Think of going to the gym, and a lot of things are related back to going to the gym. If you go to the gym, the first day you go to the gym, when you come back the first day, you're really, really sore. First or second day, you're very sore. If you continue to go to the gym, you're no longer sore. Your body just starts to uh, get accustomed to the work, and the soreness isn't there. If you went to the gym once, had a really big workout, and you did that like every 4 months, you would always have that soreness from working out because you never actually get into the groove of working out. Your body never developed the conditioning to work out, to build and adapt to the stresses that you put in there. So my approach with recording videos, at least doing that many that often, and I could not get comfortable with any other format of frequency because I know like going back to working out, if you did like, let's say a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, a workout, which is great because a lot of time in between to recover. For me, I always had an issue with the weekend and then getting back to it again. I was like, I have to start all over again. I had to will myself to start working out. So I wanted to be frequent enough and consistent enough to where there is no thought to it. Just like we feel like wake up, record, just doing reps. So that was the first thing. And look, it can be done. I thought that you needed to have like a team, you needed to have like editors and that. And if you have those things, that's great, but you can do it on your own. So that was the first piece. And the big piece to me was just proving to myself that it could be done. Some other things that I learned was the clarity that happens. The clarity that happens from being in motion. Not you can't. We'll just say it's difficult. I didn't have any success and finding clarity without doing anything. Kind of like thinking about training for a marathon, and you're just thinking about training and what you would do, how you would do it, all this thought, all this imagination, but you never take any action. So you really don't know. All you're doing is you're coming up with stuff. You're imagining things. I remember when I was in a lot of coaching, training to build like your own business, like a social media marketing agency or a local marketing agency, whatever. And I'd be at groups and someone would say, well, what if the customer says this? Or what if the customer says that? Like, and the instructor would always be like, well, I mean, you just imagine that. not going to happen, but I'm sure you imagine. And it's just something the idea of truth that until you do it, you don't know. And until you do it, you don't know. Everything that you are coming up with is just stuff from your imagination. So you just have to do it and be done. And so I learned a lot from just going through the process and understanding that it uh, can be done, but also what I'm looking for in terms of my audience, that kind of thing. I have a lot more understanding about my audience. Not that I know who it is or I want to call them out just yet, but I have a lot more. I'm further along in my audience development than I ever would be had I uh, never embarked on the task of recording videos. So that was something. Clarity comes from motion, like a bicycle. Bicycle falls down if you try to stand it up, but if the bicycle is moving, it keeps its balance and it stays upright and it goes. So that's I really time that the idea, the concept of clarity to a bicycle. Something else I learned I heard video if you're coming from where I'm coming from, meaning I'm doing YouTube as my first thing. I don't have a list from something else. I don't have I don't have an email list from anything else. I'm not even emailing friends and family saying, "Hey, watch my video." I don't have it tied to. I didn't have a product launch. I'm not running ads. Nothing like that. I'm really just focusing on the YouTube algorithm to push me and push my videos and it to help. It to help, but it to find who my audience is. And I'm saying it's not enough because after doing 100 videos, it's not enough to really gain traction. I feel like I need to improve my video production quality, and just in terms of how I'm delivering ideas, I need to just improve a lot of background stuff. The first 100 videos are all about, hey, can I do it? Can I do it? Can I do it? And there was proof to me that yes, you can do it. Now, as I move forward, it's like, okay, what are we doing differently? Um, so with the idea that 100 videos is not enough in the context, like I've seen um, big YouTubers or people with a huge following, and there'll be someone that they are featuring on their channel who has, let's say, 30 videos or 80 videos, not a lot of videos, but they've got millions of followers. And that are millions of subscribers. I can't say followers for millions of subscribers. And that just means, what that means to me is that they had partnered, they were introduced to someone else's audience and that audience followed them. Like I didn't do anything like that. This is just strictly me and my iPhone and just me talking about different things that are important to me and different things that might be important to you if you're watching it. So that's what I mean as far as it's not enough to build. I could probably think, I mean, if you're just asking me, hey, what do you think the fastest way to build a channel aside from producing regularly, I would have to say like doing collaboration, getting on someone else's channel, being interviewed, them interviewing you interviewing them, that kind of thing would probably do a lot, even if the channel is small. Like my channel is small. I had actually 0 subscribers when I first started. Now I have 28, I think. I mean, I could change, but I mean that's as of right now. So that's what I'm talking about there. What I am doing differently moving forward is at least for this next um, I won't say cool, but this next length of time, I'm going to slow down my video release from every day a week or almost every day a week to like 3 days a week. And the 3 days a week is going to give me time to reflect, improve. I won't say edit because I don't really do a lot of editing, but it will help me really sit within concept of the video and then uh, present it to you in such a way where I think there's more meat or substance to what I'm saying. I'll be able to have more time to think and reflect. on that. And that's really where the channel is going. If the first 100 videos are uh, proven blinded, as I've said, the first 100 videos are just me proving to myself that I could actually record or being an example to someone else that, hey, yeah, you can put out 100 videos without a team of in 100 days. You can do it. Well, and have a full-time job, a full-time life, all that kind of stuff. Yes, can be done. The next, this next stretch of videos is going to be a proof that I'm evolving, that I am actually improving on my delivery. That the videos will get better in terms of my ability to tell the story, to share a point, share a topic, those type of things. Just want to see myself improve. And what I'm doing there is, aside from um, spacing out my recording days, I am also getting more into a consistent pattern or process before I record. Just like what the idea is and so on and so forth. Again, that's evolving, but that's something that I'm working on. But other than those things, um, I could also say that I think that the creative outlet of reporting, is actually something that I found very useful to me, because it took up a lot of space in my mind. Of like, it just really helped me to have something to focus on, where I was putting myself out there as I continue to improve as content creator, as I continue to reach out and go after my goals. Well, something I just discovered was, I don't really feel like I have goals or things I want to accomplish, but my issue is, if I'm not taking action toward accomplishing the goal, then that's where my anxiety kicks in. So, like, let's say I have a financial goal of making, um, let's say $10,000. It's great to have a goal and everything like that, but if I don't do anything to work toward that goal, then my anxiety kicks in. Another thing for me is my weight. Weight has been a big issue. When I talked to you through the last batch of videos, I felt like it was under control. So then my weight has gotten out of control. Things just kind of slide, like, and slide everything to, like, worse, a lot heavier than I want to be. And while I'm going through the anxiety of my weight increasing, when I'm not taking any action, I'm not doing walks, I'm not working out, I'm not doing my mobility, I'm not doing gym group or CrossFit, really that. My anxiety builds because I'm not doing anything for it. Once I start taking action toward that goal, my anxiety goes down. And see, that's something else that I learned through this process of recording videos. Just doing something productive, constructive toward the accomplishment of my goal. So, this is not to be definitive. This is not, hey, look, this is what you need to know. But I'm just talking about my experience, and I'm sure that I'll pull from this experience from my experiences, like in future videos and that kind of thing. But those are the things that I really wanted to share right off the top of my head, in terms of what I learned. These are the things that I kind of had to stop, walk away from the process, and really think, like, well, what was going on? First, like, when I first stopped, it's like this abrupt, like jolt, where I was like, oh wait, whoa, all right, let me just, like, kind of needed like a vacation or something like that, to just go away and, like, really do a think or play. So that's all I got for you for today. Thanks for listening, and there'll be more. I'll talk to you soon.